Hey guys, this is Mr. H. I'm doing question number 12 from the August 2025 Algebra 1 Regents exam. Basically, this is a linear regression and they want the correlation coefficient. They don't care about the equation, they just want the correlation coefficient. And the other thing that's key about this is they want you to round the correlation coefficient to the nearest thousands. Now that's rare. Most of the time we're running it to the tens place or the hundreds place. It's rare that you have to round something to the thousands place, but that's okay. We're going to use a calculator and it's going to be fixed 3. All right, now let me show you what we need to do. It's a table, so we're going to be using a spreadsheet. Right? Now, I've already entered the data. You guys have done linear regressions before, so you kind of know the process. But there's one thing I want to show you that's a little different. So first thing we're going to do is we are going to grab the calculator, and I've already entered the data. Right? X, the days, Y, the number of minutes read, boom. Okay. Now, all I'm going to do is what we've done before. We're going to go to the main home screen and we're going to go to the purple data statistics. Down here we're going to put the X for the X-axis. Over here we're going to put Y for the Y-axis. It doesn't matter what the graph looks like. We know it's a linear regression, so we're going to use menu 4, 6, and then 1. And it's going to give us the equation. Now, this is being rounded to 2 decimal places. One more thing I want to do, menu settings. When you guys get the calculator, you're not going to see this diagnostic because I don't want you guys to get confused by it. The only time you really need to look at the R squared is if you're trying to determine if something is exponential or linear or quadratic, then that'll help you. Otherwise, it's just it's confusing. So here's the equation. We don't care about the equation. All we care about is the correlation coefficient. So here's what I'm going to do. From here, I've showed you guys, you're going to go to the main calculator screen. Now here's the new part that I just found out this over the Christmas break. If you press this button right here, variable, it gives you all of the statistics from that regression that you ran, right? So it gives you the equation. It gives you the R value, which is what we want. It gives you the R squared value, which is what we don't want. Because I'm going to put both of them in there because I want you to see. But all you have to do is if you choose this, it's going to be bold, which means that you've run a regression. And when you press enter, it's going to tell you what the correlation coefficient is. It's not rounded though. Okay. Now, here's what I want you to see. If you want to round this, you have to go to the home screen and you have to change the settings to round it. Document settings. And then you're going to change the display digits to fixed. Since there's thousands, 1,000 has 3 zeros, it's going to be fixed 3. And then we go back and all we have to do is just recopy this and now it'll round it for us. So that is our rounded answer, 0.984. Now, what I want to show you is if you accidentally chose the R squared, you're going to get this other number, 96.8. And look, they know that you guys are confused, so they got both of them. They got 98, they got 0.984 and 0.986. You got to know which one it is. We want the R. That's what we want, not the R squared. So R squared is not what we want. So I just showed you. I just want you guys to be aware. These numbers, they didn't come out of anywhere. They know that sometimes students get confused. But anyway, this is about 98 cents. And it's very strong. So it's close to $1. It's positive. It's strong. It is definitely not weak. Even without looking at the regression, you should have been able to eliminate those 2 choices. So it's number 1. It's strong. Now, let me say one last thing. When you are doing regressions, linear, exponential, whatever, you always have to enter all of the data and it has to be right. Now, the last question we did was the average rate of change. That is the only time that you do not enter every piece of data from the table. If you're using the spreadsheet, right? You only can enter 2 for average rate of change problems. But for this, you can enter everything. If you're doing this, enter all of the data. If you're doing a regression, you definitely have to enter all of the data. The only time that you never enter all of the data is if it's an average rate of change question, because that's slope and you only need 2 points. So please remember that. All right. But that's it. That's how you do this. And I'm going to stop and I'm going to post this.